You didn't know? Your ass better call somebody!
I'm not expecting this one.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to All Sports Media Team Presents Dubl Drbl, episode number 27. Oh, you didn't know? Brought you back, huh? Didn't it, George? Brought you back a little bit.
It did.
Brought us back to the Attitude Era. Shout out to the New Age Outlaws. Oh, you didn't know because right below, as you see our dude, we got him. We got the man straight off a couple weeks ago from that game-winning shot at the Venice Beach League. Our dude, Oliver Amajoyi. What's up, Big O?
How you living? How you living?
Hey, I'm freezing, bro. It's December, baby. You could tell. And over to my side, we got the man, the myth, the legend, the videographer with the 100% skills. My dude, George Cholo. What's going down, George?
What's going on? Thanks for having me.
Conspicuous by their absence. I have no idea where they are. Doc's probably doing her thing. There she is. Here she comes right now. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Did you sense that I was introducing you? I was literally just talking about you.
Her senses were tingling.
Doc's going on a trip in her favorite rocket ship. Zooming through the skies. Anyway, spoken like a true parent. Well, Doc's here. Looks like she's going to be listening in, chiming in when she can. And G's don't know what he's doing right now. So let's have some fun. Usually when we get started, Oliver, we just want to know a little history about you. First off, you have a very unique last name, Amajoyi, and the way that you spell it, Amaijoye, that seems like to me that it's something exotic. Can you possibly tell me where it's from?
Yeah, my fault for the correction was Amajoyi.
Okay.
It's a Nigerian descent.
Cool.
So I'm a first generation Nigerian American here.
That's so freaking cool, dude.
Oh, so am I. Except I'm Kenyan.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
family.
Okay.
African brothers represent.
I
Respect,
got
respect.
that connection. I like it. Do you still have family in that area? Oh, we got Coach.
Yes, actually, my parents are supposed to be going back in a few weeks.
Okay.
I would join, but COVID reasons.
COVID life, you do what you got to do. Oh,
Yeah.
The man, the myth, the legend, the boss man himself, Coach Don Wayrick in the house. What's going on, Coach? They're speechless today. It's all good. All right, so that's cool, dude. I mean, it's so cool. I mean, I was just talking to you about Buddha being from all different places, and he went to Korea. He's been to Alaska, Arizona. It's cool to see all the different places. We have Colombia, Puerto Rico, so many different nationalities up on this team. I absolutely freaking love it. With that said, my friend, if you could just possibly backtrack a little bit, give us a little bit of childhood. What made you the person that you are now, both as an athlete and as a person? We'll give you your time. Go for it.
I believe one is just my values that I've seen from my parents coming here from nothing, literally just their education and no money. They made their way out and they made their way to provide for. I'm the last of 5. So
Okay.
I've seen progression from everybody. Good morning, Dad. Sorry about that.
You're good.
I just seen the progression from everyone growing up, seeing how each of my siblings have been through adversity, whether it was my brother getting surgery on his shoulder or my other brother getting surgery on his knee. And they are both D1 athletes.
Oh, cool. Where'd they go?
After the oldest one ended up going to San Jose State for football.
Okay.
And the other one he had a route like mine, like with basketball wise. So he went prep school and he went JUCO in Texas, and then he ended up at University of Louisiana Monroe.
Okay.
So he did his thing. And it's just the work. It's just basically just the work.
Did you play in a lot of leagues when you were younger, or is that just something that started up maybe in your teenage years, or how did that go about?
Actually, it was kind of funny because at first I didn't like basketball. I actually really hated it.
Okay.
I was the typical sit at home, play video games, be a regular kid at school. I was like just one of those. But then my mom started to see I started gaining a little weight. And obviously they do that type of thing, like, oh, we'll just put him in, just get him some cardio in.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really get serious with it until my sophomore year of high school.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But both prior to that, I did play AAU. I did get
Okay.
to do some traveling with that. I did get to play a lot of my former teammates on that.
Mhm.
One is he actually just signed with the Clippers
No
for a
way.
training league.
That's
For a
awesome.
training camp deal.
That's
So I
awesome.
got to play with good talent throughout, obviously.
Did you
But
did
it was
you
like, yeah, go ahead.
did you always try to play above your level, or were you just like, okay, this is my age group, this is who I'm playing against? Because I know some families will be like, my kid's so good, I'm gonna bump him up a level.
No, we're just the traditional way. I was actually a youngin',
Okay.
so I was playing because my birthday was just around the cutoff day for schools.
That's me.
I was playing lower,
Okay.
and then I ended up playing higher, just
Okay.
because I was a big kid growing up always.
Mm-hmm.
But then it will always fluctuate because it'll sometimes be I'll play 17s when I'm a freshman in high school, and then throughout high school I was obviously still doubted and had to switch travel teams because I had to move down to a level because they thought I needed more exposure and everything. And you already know how it
I
goes.
got you. I hear you. We're trying to get your name out there. I hear you. No, but I know how you feel. My birthday was August 3rd and the cutoff was August 1st for any sports league that I ever played for. So it was 2 years and every freaking level for me, regardless. So, but which is good. Like you said, you get more exposure that way. You get that extra year, you know? So
Yeah,
that could be a good thing.
nothing really picked up for me. I'm a late bloomer,
Mm-hmm.
as no one really can tell, but I actually didn't start improving rapidly until after my knee surgery.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it
So,
wasn't until
yeah. You keep talking about this knee surgery. Do you mind if I ask when this took place, how this took place?
yeah, so it's an interesting story. It started I actually remember the day. That's how detailed it can be. November 21st, 2015,
Wow.
I partially tore my LCL, my MCL, a bone bruise,
Wow.
tore my hamstring, pulled my calf, and sprained my ACL.
Holy crap, dude. Did you like
Dang,
fall onto
that's
somebody as you were coming down or what?
That was all. So I blocked
Good
the
Lord.
shot, got the ball, was going down for a dunk, and a guy dove at my knees.
Oh,
So
oh,
yes, it's one of those like, why do you you didn't have to do
bro. I
it.
don't like
It is what it is.
leg
But
injuries drive me crazy. I was a catcher for 10 years, so knees, legs drives me nuts just even hearing about
it
that.
actually gets better.
Uh-oh.
So
Okay, go ahead.
I didn't get surgery from that first injury.
Okay.
I ended up getting just a rehab and then come back when you're ready. So I actually came back in April or like late March.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually feeling good. I actually picked up, this was just after my second year of college. So I'm trying to get a scholarship at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I come back, I gained about 6 different schools, probably got about a couple offers, and then I chose to go back to my junior college in June of 2016. And then the next month, my ACL
You
completely
gotta be.
tore.
You gotta be kidding me.
And then my meniscal root actually tore with it. So my whole knee blew out the next month. And then I didn't find out until a month later.
That's insane. Well,
And
how did your mental game work during all these injuries? Like you're coming back from one and then bam, you're down again. How was that with you?
it was bad. I can be honest with you. There was some depression. Obviously, there was depression there. There was that feeling of what else am I supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a 4.5 student. All this and that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm questioning if I should play the game anymore. It's just a lot of stuff we're going through. But then
Mm-hmm.
I just decided one day you just got to put a goal and you just got to keep going. There's no point in just giving up, because I've seen what the injury could do to people
Mm-hmm.
and how it actually ruins lives. And I didn't want to be a statistic.
Yeah.
And that was like the main motivation for me.
Well, that's good. Was there anything else that drove you besides, your personal motivation? Was there like a family member, friends that helped you through this struggle?
Yeah. So it's a little personal, but my sister was going through breast cancer at the time.
Okay.
So I found that out the following year
Oh my god.
after I got my surgery. So like about 2 months after surgery, I just started walking again. And then I hear that news. I'm like,
Jeez.
yeah, so there's more of that, but obviously she beat it. It wasn't it's something that if she can do that, then I can for
Mhm.
sure get over a leg injury.
Yeah.
It should be nothing compared to what I've already seen before. So
Yeah. That's crazy. George, you have like a shocked look on your face. What's going through your head?
No, I mean, it's not a shock look. I was only listening, to be honest, but I had a knee injury before playing ball, but it wasn't like a tore ACL or anything. It was just like a tweaked knee, but it felt pretty bad. But yeah, I understand what he was saying. Like, an injured knee, like it could actually question if you really want to play basketball again because you run the risk of injuring it again. But
Mhm.
one thing for me is like when I play basketball, like I just I'm just careful and I just listen to my body more because as you get older, that's what you have to do anyway.
Mhm.
yeah,
For me, I still love to play the sport, and then like what Oliver said, like if his sister could get over like breast cancer and could beat it, then you could beat like any type of leg injury. It's just that
Mhm.
you just gotta work for it and you gotta put in that effort. And I'm glad that you brought that up
Mhm.
because I kind of question if I should play ball again. But then one thing one thing about me is my dad was telling me, "Hey George, like I know you have a injury, but you got to keep playing." And I listened to that and I took that to heart, and here I am still playing the sport,
Mhm.
But due to the pandemic, like I just play ball in the park or go to I went to a couple of XVX games. One of them, Doc, was hosting, so I'm blessed to play the sport.
Mhm.
Even though we're going through a pandemic stage, so just because we're going through a pandemic doesn't mean you stop playing that sport. You just gotta find ways to just play that sport, and that's what I got from all this.
gotta
Yeah.
keep it moving.
Gotta keep it
Absolutely. It's a
moving.
mental game right now, especially where we are right
Yeah,
now. It's a mental game. You guys get to go hit that court, like tomorrow, which we'll talk about in a little bit, and the previous weeks. And not only is it a physical release, it's a mental release. It's like an outlet. And
yeah, it's actually kind of needed. I'm not even gonna lie, because there was a point. I didn't even say this earlier. When I found out I actually tore it again, my doctor actually said I could have lost half my leg. I could have
holy
actually
Jesus.
yeah, there was a chance saying if we didn't do this surgery now, you could have gotten
Mhm.
half your leg amputated.
Wow.
Dang.
Wow. Talk about an eye opener.
Yeah, it's just
Wow.
you can think this. I've been hit. People be hit with different mental
Mm-hmm.
battles and being
It's true.
told from going from I dunked the ball to get a scholarship to I can barely even
Walk.
move a leg.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
That's insane. But like we were just saying, you can use that later on or now, obviously. Like if you were to mentor kids or you were to coach a team, you could be like, hey guys, I went through this, and this. You can achieve this, and this. And we keep kids know that you have gone through what you've gone through. That does build up motivation, especially to the ones that are abused, to the ones that are going through really tough times, stuff like that. I mean, I worked at a school and I saw it all the time. So, God has his reasons for everything. And from what I see on you, you're an awesome player, you're an awesome guy, and you use that to help others as well. With that said, so you got injured. Was that before you went to William Jessup, or was that during William
yes.
Jessup? Okay.
So this happened. The first injury happened 2015. Got injured again 2016. I came back June of 2017. I didn't get discovered by Jessup until the next month,
Okay.
and then I ended up getting. It was a very last minute offer. Shout out to my man Brad Rogers. Honestly, he just saved my life and he saved my mental. Honestly, that's a great man. But yeah, it was just a lot of stuff happened last minute with me.
Mm-hmm.
I've come to notice that, so that's why I train myself to just stay focused through the very end, because you never know what could happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Hey guys.
Hello, Doc. You made it.
Hey.
She's
Sorry about that. I had a little meeting and
It's
I
all
had
good.
to do what I had
It's a
to
nice
do.
hoodie.
But
it's all good.
Oliver,
Right.
Hello.
meat and potatoes.
Whoop, whoop. That's all
I
right.
knew she was gonna say that. See,
Yeah, someone's
I
gonna
kind of saw
say
that
it,
coming
bro.
too.
Hey, we Doc ISO'd her last week, so yeah.
I
you didn't
saw
need
Doc.
to today.
so
Come on,
Doc.
Doc. So, Doc, I want to go to you, actually. I was waiting for you to get out of the car. He's talking about this mental struggle that he had to go through. What advice could you give, being in the medical field that you're in, and the fact that you do a lot of psychological analysis and advice? What would you give to Oliver coming through all this?
Well, I think that he's doing amazing through that he's done amazing through it, and that he continues to have the right mindset. Saying that he's a late bloomer, I think that that's a good thing to call yourself, you know, because you're seeing where you came from and where you're at now, and everything that you've had to go through and all the lessons that you've had to learn. And the cool thing about being a late bloomer is that some people just don't bloom.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah, you just gotta be grateful for the progress.
yeah. And during this quarantine period, I think a lot of us have grown in our spiritual lives and in our emotional lives, because our physical lives have kind of been put on hold for a certain amount of time. So for me, I know like this is the first time in my life where I actually can say, in the middle of a trial or a tribulation, thank you, God. Like, thank you for this, because I know beyond a shadow of a doubt that what you're doing for me right now is going to grow me in ways that I could never imagine and make me better than I ever thought that I could even be. And the things that I thought that I wanted, you have such bigger plans for me that you take them away from me, or they fall through because you have bigger plans than I even have for myself. And you're sending me down this other path because I might need to refine my character in some ways, or my mental state in some ways, or I might have to meet somebody, or I might have to learn something. And so you're allowing me to go down this path because you see the bigger picture and you see the end result, and you know that I'm trying to play small and you're trying to play big for me. And so anything that happens now, like, I'm like, just thank you, you know? And so it's awesome to see you have that same kind of mentality. And, you know, obviously it's not awesome that somebody has to go through cancer or whatever, but the fact that you were able to see that, and the fact that you were able to see your sister be so strong and to get through that and then apply that to your own life, like, that was such a blessing, you know? So I'm glad that she made it through, and that had such a big impact on you and probably everybody else around you as well. So definitely a blessing.
I totally agree.
The second she beat that, started traveling.
Yeah. It makes a big difference. I mean, I agree with Doc. Like when the pandemic hit in March, I had 3 jobs and I went down to pretty much 0. I had 0. And the only thing that kept me going pretty much was one, you know, my God, my son, and then my family and you guys. You know, I wouldn't have ever got the chance to create this show if it wasn't for this pandemic. I wouldn't have got to get to know all you players and my awesome crew here. You know, we become like a family. So like she said, one door slams, another door opens, you know, and that's just, I always tell my son that, and whoever needs to hear it, it's the truth, you know? So, okay. So you've played at Jessup, you played JUCO. Have you played in any professional league whatsoever, or even like a summer league or anything like that?
I did play in the Drew League.
Okay.
2018.
Okay, cool.
Summer.
Cool.
Briefly, I was like a little bench guy coming out, but still got the experience. Still got to play against a lot of professionals. Got better. I'm fresh out of college actually, so
okay.
I haven't stepped onto the professional field yet.
Yet, that's the word. Yet, sir, it's coming. Did you play against, when you were on the court, the time that you were on the court, did you ever get to play against any professionals?
I would say the best one was DeMar DeRozan.
Nice.
Mm,
How did that? How was
California
that for your
boy.
psyche going into that? Cool.
Wow.
So a
You
little
always have like a wow
starstruck.
moment.
Yeah.
It's like you have a wow moment. Personally, yeah, I didn't guard him, but
Mhm.
literally seeing everything up close, I feel like I got better just watching the guy up close.
That's
That's
awesome.
how like engaged I would say I would been.
Mhm.
But probably the best I got to practice against was Ben McLemore.
Awesome. Awesome. So since we're talking pros, George, do you want to ask him the Rushmore question?
Yeah. So, who is your Mount Rushmore from any era, Oliver?
So
And
top
Any
five.
era.
Top five.
yeah, top 5.
Even though there's only is there 4? Anyway,
Four.
we go 5.
Just
We
4.
go
Just 4
5.
Mount Rushmore.
We always go 5.
We always go 5 though.
We're going 5.
Top 5. Any position, any era.
Any position, that's tough. Okay.
That makes
Jordan is obviously there.
Okay.
That's there.
Don't say which Jordan, George. Go on.
I'm just listening.
I'm gonna put Wilt Chamberlain there.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Wilt there because I actually started watching some like old basketball footage, and regardless of who he went up against, that man was a sicko. I don't
Yeah.
get how you can average 50 and have 100.
And he's a big
Average 50 and
it's crazy.
30. And he's 7'1", runs like a gazelle, like literally. Like, they weren't even playing around.
Mhm.
Shaq is up there just because no one can stop the man.
Don't say it,
Oh,
Doc.
Doc, do it.
Don't say
Nope.
it.
No one's stopping. No one's stopping. And obviously Kobe Bean is up there.
All right, Kobe. Okay.
Are we doing 4? Are we doing 4 or 5?
5. Your full team.
Then Bron is my last one.
Ronnie. Okay. She won't do it, but I will. Which Shaq?
Oh,
There's like 10 of them.
Hard question with everybody because most people say Shaq and we're like, which one?
I mean,
There's so many people though. Bronny, Jordan, Shaq.
I would.
Oh, man.
That's so hard because Magic Shaq was a beast.
Yeah.
It was just, he was literally another Will. That's what I looked at.
Wow,
But I'm gonna go with
I heard
LA
that.
Shaq.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna go with LA Shaq.
LA Shaq. Okay.
Okay.
So on
Good
top of
enough.
that, to piggyback off of that, who would your dream opponent be? Just if you had to go one-on-one for a couple minutes. Dream opponent. It could be a big, it could be a guard, doesn't matter.
Man, you guys hit me with the tough one. I never even asked that one before.
You can plead the fifth.
I kind of would have to say Kobe.
Beast. Okay.
Oh, one of us
I wanna-
went
I wanna
on
play-
Some of
I
one
would
person
love
here.
to play. I would have loved to play against the GOAT.
You want to go ahead, Doc? Make him
Yeah.
jealous.
Yeah, come on.
You don't. We will.
Guys. Okay. Well, it was just 2 weeks of one-on-one with Kobe, Oliver. That's all.
Go straight to the point. Straight to the point, Doc.
That's the point. Let's be
Okay.
real. Yeah, she
You're
got to
great.
play one-on-one with Kobe.
We were both 19.
Oh, you got to see the Afro.
Yeah, Afro Kobe, number 8.
Yeah.
It's the OG.
Pre the, I had to put that in there.
So we had to throw that in there. I'm sorry.
I knew she had something in her bag.
Bro,
That's why she
this
was smiling
channel-
as soon as. That's why she was smiling so much.
Bro.
That's,
I'm gonna ask you about your best Kobe story then.
Uh-oh.
uh-oh.
I've been wanting
The
to hear
interviewee has become the interviewer.
Oliver,
This is a personal
question.
question. This is a personal request.
You just
Go
What's
ahead.
your do you have a Kobe story? What's your best Kobe story?
I don't
Since
want
you
to take up all of your time, Oliver. This is your show.
these are my ears that need to hear. I'm fine with hearing this. Anything that has to do with Bean, I'm fine.
Come on,
Oh,
Doc.
you are funny.
Well, let's see. It was
We'll get back to me later.
a cold January day.
It was raining outside and thunderstorm.
No, I have no idea. I don't even remember what month or season or whatever. It was during the NBA lockout from the Forum when the Lakers used to play in the Forum.
Oh,
It was during the lockout. Kobe had the afro. He was 8. He was 19. I was 19. I was playing at College of the Canyons. And during the lockout, yeah, he couldn't play, obviously practice at the Forum anymore. So he came to my school to use our facilities. So I already had the hugest crush on the man, right? I thought he was
Hey, I wasn't going there, but okay.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't even know about that.
Come on now.
Carry on.
You guys all had a crush on him too, so come on now.
Not like that.
So he was actually, there were 2 people that I very much admired. I'm a singer, and so one of the other person I very much admired was Mariah Carey and Kobe Bryant. And anytime anybody said, like, who would you want to meet? I said Mariah Carey and Kobe Bryant. And I was just like fascinated by this man. Like, I had the hugest crush on him. I thought he was so amazing, right? So I'm walking past my weight room. There's 2 doors. And I like walk past the first door, and out of the corner of my eye, and I'm already in the middle, past the door, I was like, was that Kobe Bryant? And then I go back to the next door, and I look inside, and Kobe is in my weight room with his trainer, this like short 4x4 Italian guy. And I almost died. Like, I didn't know what to do, right? So anyway, long story short, I don't know how it happened, how like I started talking to him, but we ended up playing one-on-one for 2 weeks. And it was amazing. Like, we didn't even say anything to each other except for call out the score while we were playing. He was super shy. I was super shy. I grew up like Christian private school my whole life, like very sheltered, like I had like 300 kids in my entire high school. And so I was super shy. He was super shy. I always wore my Toscano 34 on the back of my shirt. And so I figured, oh, maybe he thinks like, oh, she's Italian, she's my people, since he grew up in Italy, so he felt like some sort of kinship towards me from the start. And unfortunately, like, I decided to kind of have some guts and was going to like talk to him, because he asked me to sing to him. He one time I walked through the gym and I actually looked like a girl. Like, my hair was down, I had makeup on, I was wearing like a skirt and a nice shirt and everything, and heels, and I'm going clack, 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 clack through the gym. And he's tying his shoe, he's looking down, tying his shoe, and he hears the heels, and so he looks up and he does a double take, and he's like, wow, you look really good. I hardly recognized you. I was like, thank you, I gotta go, bye. I have no idea of Mamba mentality at that time. I had no idea what a huge deal it was that he would stop his training to play one-on-one with some girl, right? And he didn't talk to anybody else on my team. He didn't play one-on-one with any single other person, not even the guy of the guys' team, like nobody. I was the only person that he like spent time with. And I had a boyfriend at that time, some person I don't even talk to. I don't even know anything about him anymore, And so I was very like reserved and very respectful to my boyfriend, but I had the hugest crush on Kobe. And so that's why I'd always like run away or like not like talk to him or anything, because I had a boyfriend, like, anyway. Yeah. So finally I was like, okay, I need to do something, like he's my dream man, whatever. And then the lockout ended and he never came back.
He got a little busy, but
he got a little busy.
Career, he had like a whole career. And then he met Vanessa a couple of months later.
So you were the what if.
Way to bring up the break story, Oliver. Thanks.
Whoa, man. Okay, Doc.
Okay, so you shot your shot.
Hey, yeah, she went for it.
Yes, she did. On the court and off the court.
She had the mentality before the mentality hit.
Oh,
hey,
there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
I shot because I had a boyfriend. I was respectful and
in a respectful way.
You had the guts to talk to a Laker. Think about that.
Not to a Laker, to a legendary. Laker.
That was a second-year Kobe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he was.
that's big time.
Yeah.
I feel like Oliver's big giant smile when he hears this story. That's hilarious to me.
Yeah,
I
but
love Kobe stories.
I was with him after that for the rest of my life.
All right, now that we've gone completely sad, let's go into something exciting.
I'll be back.
We're talking about taking shots, and I'm not talking about drinks because I don't drink. Dude, game-winning shot 2 weeks ago. VBL, we talked to Doc about this 2 weeks in a row, actually, about VBL, the first time you guys lost, and then the time when you guys won. I want to get it from your standpoint. We'll go into the winning shot in a minute. The whole tournament, bro. Okay, first game, let's be real. You guys got smashed. You know, Los Fearless, monsters. Literally monsters. They're huge. You guys lost, I think it was like 9-3 or something like that. But then the whole tournament, what mentality did you personally take going into that losers bracket, and how do you feel you progressed throughout the tournament?
I would say just another one of just deciding not to let things just back down, because I kind of understood how the VBO rules were different. So it's like I had to adjust to the rules again. But I think after that, we were just all upset. We were just sick of it. Because we knew we were better than, we knew we were all better than that. So it's like, there's no point in beating ourselves anymore. Let's just go win. Like, let's just go do what we're supposed to do. And I think I just stuck to my mind and like, I just got to do my job and just believe in everyone else to do theirs, in which they for sure did to the best of their ability.
Absolutely. That I was on edge the entire time. I mean, Gilbert's not here, but he was next to me, and George was coming back and forth, getting all that awesome footage, and it was crazy. Just every game on our edge, you know, it was nuts. When Doc went one-on-one with BI, how are you feeling? The game was on the line, not once, but twice. Like, what were you thinking when she had to go ISO? Which is why we call her Doc ISO now.
I'm not even gonna lie, I wasn't even worried about it.
Look at that, Doc. They all got
I wasn't.
Watch out.
Watch out, Doc.
Because I'm like,
Doc is the agitator of the team, huh?
The only thing was like, I know they're gonna do what they're gonna try to do. Is like, I don't think it's gonna work though. I think we're fine. I'm not worried about Doc's defense. I just want her to shoot the ball when she gets the ball. I just want her to shoot the ball.
Oh my gosh!
There it is.
Talking about it last week.
Just do that.
We were just talking about that last week.
You got to believe in the strap.
Even I told her that. I told her, take the shot, Doc. Did I not tell you that, Doc?
Hey, for the record, if you've seen her Insta, she's been working hard on those weights, getting ready for that shot. All right, so something's gonna happen. You're playing this. Are you playing tomorrow, Doc? You're playing tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
She's gonna get something. She's getting a bucket. I'm calling it.
Let him know, Oliver. Let him know, bro.
I'm calling it. So she gets it not once, but twice. Like,
this is not my show, guys.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
I'll give Adam some love too. Adam also did an ISO as well against one of the best players out there. He did pretty good as well too. You know, but
we wouldn't have gotten there if you didn't do what you did.
Damn it, there it is.
So
hey, there you go. See, Doc, you're that X factor.
My fault, Ricky. I didn't mean to beat you to the punch.
I tried to wave it.
You're that X factor, Doc.
Oh man. Okay. So you guys keep moving along in the tournament, closer and closer. I noticed. Do you believe in having a hot spot on the floor, Oliver?
Yeah, that was my hot spot.
I noticed. Because we went back and watched the highlights, and there's like 3 times where you hit a shot, including the game winner,
from the same spot.
It's mainly because everyone just overloaded to the other side, so I just went to the open spot.
Okay.
So, but hey, I'll take a shot that goes in. I could care less about that.
Okay. Yeah. So you guys I believe we played Sunblock in the semifinals, I believe, wasn't it? Beat Sunblock. You know you're going to the finals. You know you got to face those Giants again. What were you thinking? knowing you have to go against a team that smashed you in the first game?
Run them.
Run them.
Run them. I was like, we, as big as they are, they're big. It's like we can't go inside all that much to space it out and run them.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had to make, it was just a good adjustment that we made at the time. And it obviously throughout the day, everyone's getting tired.
Mm-hmm.
It depends whoever's going to have that last juice to really get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
And we just had to test it.
Yeah. And you did that. You did just that. Also, okay, it started to get dark. Let's be real. I mean, Nick brought those spotlights, but it only did so much, you know? It was real
I didn't even
dark.
see the rim when I shot it.
Oh my God.
Oh, wow.
So
Whoa.
with that said,
That's crazy.
I'm not even
That's
saying it
crazy.
as no type of bragging. I literally did not see it.
That's
I just had it up there.
that's
He just threw it up and hoped it was going to go in.
And you guys can see those highlights. Go on our YouTube page, All Sports Media Team. George got an awesome video of that shot. Make sure you go check that out. There's our plug. Okay, so with that,
all of my bad dreams with that shot. Like, you know, you ever have those bad dreams where you're trying to shoot and then you can't see the rim? Like, everything's all up, you can't see it. You just conquered all of my bad dreams with
there
that.
you go. Look at that, Oliver. Motivation, dude.
I think it was just strict. You know, let me just use whatever form I
Mm-hmm. Any form that he got.
use in
That
that.
was all God right there.
Absolutely.
You got it.
Yeah.
So with that said, Drewski's got the ball. We need that one shot. You see him coming down. What were you thinking? Do you think he was going to try to go for the layup, or just, hey, I need to get to my spot just in case? And then when Adam passed you the ball, were you even thinking anything, or are you just like, I can't see shit, I'm just going to throw the ball? You know, like, what was going
The
through
main
your
thing
head?
was I was just letting whoever's on the hot streak, like Buddha, y'all go ahead. Like
Mhm.
I'm really gonna help you guys out at this point. I just want to win. I could
Yeah.
care less if I score, blah
Mhm.
blah blah. So I
Well,
just
failure
saw
on
the
that one, my friend.
overload.
Go on.
And then I just honestly was just looking at, okay, Drew's gonna go drive in. Let me just go to the other side, give him some space.
Uh-huh.
Let me just go space out just in case I'm open.
Mhm.
And then he passed it. I was like, okay, Adam, go ahead. Do what you got to do.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to come right towards me? All right, I'm going to just get out the way.
Yep.
But honestly, it was just staying ready. Just get out the way, space out, stay ready and shoot it.
Yeah.
But I was mainly looking for them to go ahead and just finish the job.
Yeah.
I'm just grateful for the opportunity.
It went absolutely. We all went absolutely nuts. How are you feeling the minute that ball went through that net?
Relieved one. I was like, oh, that went in.
Yeah, he was cool, calm, collective. He didn't even jump
didn't
or
jump
run or
like
anything.
Drewski
Like
and
he
all of us.
just kept calm.
Yeah.
Because I
didn't
shot
even know
it,
that it went
and
You
in.
didn't know.
mid-air, someone said game time.
Yeah.
Mid-air, Adam said game time. I was like, okay, I think it's gonna. Yeah, that's game. The game.
And then you
He
see
said game time mid-shot. I was like, you got it.
Yeah. And then you see Drewski's pink pants jumping up in the air. It was cool. Those
Funny
pants,
part is, I
man.
didn't even notice the pink pants until after that. I didn't know because it got
Bro.
dark. Remember?
He had like the brightest pants on like the
He
entire
had the
day.
bright
It
pink
was
pants. I was
crazy.
like, wait, I did not notice that until the video.
Bro,
That's-
it was, the story itself was just awesome. Just the full tournament. It was and like I said, if people had never gone to something like that, I know we're in COVID, so it's a lot harder. But if people were allowed to be there, I promoted the previous week for people to go down and see you guys, because that was just fun. It's exciting, it's fun, and you get to watch, you know, potential and some people who have been professional basketball players just doing their thing, you know, and people stepping up when not expected or put on the spotlight twice, and doing what they got to do, you know? So it was just really, really cool. You played for P4E. We got the possible repeat tomorrow. What's the mentality going into the tournament tomorrow?
Basically the same thing after the first loss of the last one. Just keep at it, know what we can do, and just go do what we can do. If we're gonna lose, and they beat us, we didn't beat ourselves.
Absolutely. All right. I'm super bummed, by the way, that we can't be there, but we're going to be watching the stream, so we're going to be pulling for you guys. So we're talking about you doing all this P4E stuff. How did that come about? How did you meet Don? How did you get onto the squad? You know, we have all these different stories.
Yeah, back in when I was at Jessup,
Okay.
I played against Drew in college. I played against Drew when he was at Hope.
Okay.
So me and Drew go back a few years, and then it was just a simple, we don't have a guy. Do you want to play with us?
Cool.
And I just jumped on the opportunity, and glad I did.
Cool. Do you feel that it opened doors for you?
Yeah, I feel like this could open some doors. Also, just nothing wrong with making connections and just gaining more people in your life. There's nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. We say that all the time just with this group alone. Like, we're a puzzle. You know, everybody comes from different backgrounds, every different life experiences, and just we're all together, and it's just gelling, dude. It's just gelling. Big things are coming for everybody. So okay, so you meet Drew, you join P4E. How did you feel your first P4E game? Like, did you feel you gelled with the guys? Did it take time? Like, did you ask for advice from like Buddha and people like that, or did you just jump in and do your thing?
More of like all the above. I also took, because Buddha did talk to me that first day, and already playing with Drew and against Drew, I already got to mesh well with them.
Mm-hmm.
It just flowed smoothly. Yeah, it didn't go as planned,
Mm-hmm.
obviously, throughout that first weekend, but I still feel like the progress was made, and as you can see, we have the championship to prove it.
There you go. We'll go for the repeat tomorrow. So we'll get that link out to everybody so you guys can watch our P4E team possibly pull out the repeat. Okay. Who was your hero growing up? It could be an athlete, it could be a family member, it could be both.
Honestly, I gotta say my parents on this one.
Okay. And you already gave the backstory at the beginning. So what about them?
I've seen what they've had to go through. I've seen what my dad and my mom are capable of, and they're some powerful people. I'm not even gonna lie about that. So they honestly have been my heroes growing up, and still to this day, I got to do whatever I can to. Basically, I'm trying to be like them in a way. Just take care of the family. They're doing their part in Nigeria. They're building a school right now.
Wow.
We're actually, yeah, be surprised about some schools out there. Their secondary schools, their high schools out there, they'll have open ceilings. Oh, morning, Dad.
Hi,
They'll
Dad.
have open ceilings with snakes coming through, and
wow.
like rural parts of it.
Well,
No,
shout out to your
that's
mom
so
and pop, man. Yeah.
That's so touching as a parent to hear like a grown man talk about his parents like that, you know, and like just with so much gratitude and just so much admiration, and you still striving to be like them. Like, that's goals. Like, if I hear my kids talk about me like that, I think I would just be ready to die.
Likewise, I agree. Especially
Yeah, you just gotta keep the legacy going, because I gotta do my part too, because
it's funny you say
it's
that.
only gonna take so much.
It's funny you use that word, because that's one of my favorite words on this show. And that was my next thing I was going to go to. What legacy, when it's all said and done, both as a ball player and as a human being, what legacy do you want to leave for the younger generation?
Mainly to just understand that everyone is a gem within themselves, not to just, like, there's so much self-doubt. There's so much depression in this world. It's crazy. It's sad. I've already been to a few different countries. I've seen Africa. I've seen the struggles that are outside of the US and the talent that's over there that's not tapped in. I want to help tap into that. I want to help open doors for kids to just be able to express themselves in sport, education. Mainly, the end goal is to make sure these kids know what they're doing, so that they don't have to listen to anyone but God and themselves on what to do when the right time comes.
Wow. Man, you got all the good answers. I love this. Yeah, I hate when people say, you know, kids should be seen, not heard. That pisses me off. You know, I have family members that have said that. And I've had parents at schools that I worked at that have said that. And I like backed up the kids. And it's just sad, because kids can teach you so much, you know, even just by watching them, their body language, you know,
The most honest things on this earth.
Ain't that the damn truth? Especially when they're young. Seriously.
Especially when they're toddlers. They don't care. They're the most ruthless beings on this earth.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Mine's 9, and he's way too smart for his age. Like I would say street smart, like he knows what he's doing, especially even if he's doing something he's not supposed to be doing, he knows. But if he knows that, okay, this will make daddy really happy, he'll do it. And he's like, oh, Dad, I did this and this for you. Oh, really? Because he knows it's exactly what I would want him to do. He's just a smart kid, but he's a caring kid. And that's the combo we need to get with our children these days. You got to get a kid who's caring and a kid who knows, hey, I'm not supposed to do this, this, or this, but if I do this, this, and this, good things will come to me, come to my family, come to my friends. It's not just about them. So I love with a capital freaking L that your mom and dad do what they do. So shout out to them. God bless them for that,
Appreciate it.
And God bless you, man, for giving the love, man. Like what Doc said, man, that I'm a dad, that hit me hard when you did that. That was awesome. So I
feel like not much people be respecting the parents like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate to say it, especially with my community, it's not a lot of Black fathers get a lot of respect either.
Mm-hmm.
And that just translates to fathers in general. It's just,
ain't that the truth?
It is.
Like the men do a lot as much as we respect, and y'all women do everything. Don't worry. Y'all are number one. Don't worry. We respect y'all.
That's why you better say that.
Like, yeah. Because behind every great man is a great woman. Is an even greater woman. So at the end of the day. But still, it's the type of message you want to just put into your kids, that you can only do so much by yourself.
Yeah.
You understand that you're not by yourself.
Absolutely.
As much as people would think that they're by themselves, they're not by themselves. I obviously was thinking the same thing during my rehab. Those times I wanted to, that can be a whole conversation in itself.
Bro, it's all good. We
can talk about that. We can talk about that another day.
We understand.
Yeah, it's just,
we've been there.
It's just the fact that you can always come out of something.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I said at the beginning of the show,
these kids are suffering over there, they can always come out of it.
Yeah.
They just need someone to care to do that.
Absolutely. And that goes for anywhere. It could be like, the ghetto parts of LA, or like what you said out in Africa, or even people forget about, like the Midwest, like little small towns, weird stuff happens there too, trust me. So, but the point is, it doesn't matter who it is, it's how they come out of it. Like you just said. And I try to teach that to my son as much as I can, even when he's in trouble. I literally had like a 1-hour conversation with him yesterday, me and his mom, because he did something. And we're like, look, we will never stop loving you. Regardless, you could kill somebody and I will still love you. I may not back you, but I will always love you. And as parents, we try to tell our children that, that we will always be there for them regardless of what they do. So, and that could be, you don't even have to be a parent to do that. If you're a youth leader, or you're a church leader, or you're a coach, or
a mentor.
I still have students hit me up that used to go to this. I worked at the elementary school, years ago, and they have kids now, and they're asking me for advice, and they were 5th graders when I was working at the school. It's stuff like that. Like you can change a life just by a simple word or a simple smile, or the way you carry yourself on the court, or off the court or whatnot. That's why I like the fact that we want to do charity events and fun stuff like that. Charity goes so far. If you're able to do it, even like if we had you and like Buddha and Drewski just doing like a ball signing for a couple hours, that would change a kid's life, and you never ever freaking know. We got about a little under 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So
actually, I would say.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, it's funny you say that, because I actually had a game this past season.
Okay.
Where we do the autograph signing of our poster.
Cool.
And there was a kid that came up to me that said, "I remember you from last year."
How cool.
The year before that.
How cool.
I actually felt touched from that, because the mom was like, "Yeah, you mind? He really wants a picture with you. Can you mind just taking a picture?" Yeah, of course. I didn't even think a kid would remember me.
Bro,
I would never
it goes a
even.
long way.
That right there is like that even helps me out.
Mhm.
You know, like okay, I'm
Yeah,
actually
and
doing
you
something right.
and like you
People
said,
looking up to me.
and like we've been saying, you don't know what these kids are going through. You know, that kid, he's with mom. Maybe dad's very abusive. Maybe they just got out of an abusive relationship, or it could be a foster kid or a kid who just got out of the hospital, kid who's on, freaking, you know, borrowed time,
Welfare,
stuff
you
like
never
that. Just
know.
out of, cancer patient or something like that. I worked at Disneyland. I work at Angel Stadium. I see that all the time. And then, Mike Trout comes out, or, when Cole Calhoun was there, he'd come out, same thing. Just taking that extra second for that fan, it goes a long, long way. So, I mean, I'm 36 and I still remember when I met Yokozuna at the airport. I mean, you can't miss Yokozuna. He was one of the biggest wrestlers that size wise ever, 641 pounds. But this dude was just getting off this flight. I was 10 years old. I'm 36, man. I still remember the story. It's stuff like that. You just don't forget that they took time for you. With that said, I've interviewed you a couple times, real quick ones, but this one we're really in depth. And I notice, you're spiritual, you're extremely caring, you're very motivated, you're very determined. And like you said, you've had experiences and you're going to use those to help people. What do you feel? You could say it's those things, but what do you feel on the court and off the court are your speciality trait, I would say, like something that you feel like you're known for?
I can't be pushed.
But you can't be
More
pushed.
like
Okay.
I can't. I'm the strength type of player. I think I'm IQ. As you can tell, I'm analytical when it comes to basketball. I'm detailed when it comes to just planning out my life in general. I'm the type to I want to have a schedule and like I want to follow through the plan but be ready for surprises, just like in a basketball game. I'm planning a move, but he wants to react. I see a teammate open. So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
So I turn it into that. So I like to just be patient. I'm a patient type of player and person.
Okay, so it does carry off the court. All right, and I can see that. I think even at the game, I can notice that you weren't like trying to take this quote unquote spotlight. Like you didn't jump into the interviews. We had to go get you, stuff like that. So I admire you for that. I think that's amazing, Coach. You look a little busy, but I wanted to throw your 2 cents in if you really wanted to, because we're going to get off in about 5 minutes. What can you tell us? I know you weren't at the tournament last week, but knowing Oliver, and I believe you've seen him once or twice, and hearing what he said today, what are you feeling? What can you tell me about this awesome guy right here?
Yeah, I'm still getting to know Oliver. Drew spoke really high of him, and Drew doesn't really speak highly of many players. He's brutally honest, at least with me. And first thing Buddha said was, "I love Oliver." Usually when Buddha critiques a player, it's like, oh, he has weak, soft hands, or he could work on this, but we could work with him. All he said was, I love Oliver's game. But when I first met Oliver at the tournament before game 1, I trust my discernment, and everything felt right. Excuse me. So, and the faith base is there. So he's a great fit. He knows he's part of the family now. Whenever he's in the country, I'll just leave it like that. But a couple things I wanted to say was, one thing that you guys spoke of was late bloomers, and P4E is built on that. All our players are late bloomers.
True.
Drew was a late bloomer. We have a bunch of guys that just went JUCO route. Buddha didn't play college ball till his late 20s. So all our guys are late bloomers, not highly recruited, not big time like high school AAU guys, but they get better and better, and they keep working on their game. And guys like Oliver, Drew, Adam, they're all getting ready to blow up, and it's great to see. But they're better people and teammates, and you can see that on the court. The team, Los Fearless, they had 3 to 4 legit pros. 50s played all over the world. Marcus Bell, same thing. So, but yet we play as a team better than any other team out there because guys give up. You know, we have guys that could score 20 if it was a real game, but they're willing to score 15, 12 for the better of the team. And if a guy's rock, they let him rock. But the one thing I wanted to ask Oliver was, one, I have two questions. One, where did your faith start? Or where did it come from, I believe? And how did your faith get you through your injury?
I like that.
I would say the faith started with my parents because that was the household. That was basically how our household ran. It didn't really get embedded into me until I left for Colorado in 2014 when I was born. Like I received the Holy Spirit again. Then that carried me through my injury because, well, I feel like I had nothing, basically. It's December. I have one leg, it's raining outside, I can't move around. My team has to go play. I can't even go travel with them. It's like, what am I doing? My grades are mediocre at best. And then I just decided it's not best to just keep being upset about it. Like I had no one, like I might as well just pray about it, just ask God, see what's gonna happen. And thank God we're here where we are now. It's a road. It's a tough road. It's not supposed to be easy. Nothing that lasts long comes easy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I knew I had to lose this sport. God did tell me I had to lose this sport to really gain appreciation for it and to use it to my maximum output because I feel like I'm just barely getting started.
Definitely. And, you know, sometimes God works in mysterious ways. And, you know, with the ministry, to piggyback the same thing, the P4E didn't really become P4E until I got hurt, until I couldn't play for a year. And that's when ministry really happened because I still had to run it, yet I couldn't play in it. And that's really when it became real and we started to blow up and get more traction. It was God really had to show me that, hey, what are you really doing this for? Are you doing it so you could hoop, or are you doing it to, you know, share my love with everybody? So, you know, it's a great point. Like sometimes we got to be removed from everything we enjoy to really love what we're doing. So I'm going on, and you know you got time here.
Absolutely.
Appreciate you.
Absolutely. With that said, it's just about time, guys. We're gonna do our squares. We usually go square to square, final questions, kind of like Jerry Springer's final thought. You're like super young, so I don't even know if you know what that is, but that's okay. I'm gonna go ahead and go first. My closing question for you is, what is your ultimate goal as going into being a pro athlete and as a human being in general?
With the sport, I mainly want to use it just to spread God's word.
Wow.
So I feel like that's not being done
Mm-hmm.
at all. I just look at the world right now, and it's just like I need some happiness here.
Mm-hmm.
Like this job has become so much of a job that it's become less of a expression.
Absolutely.
Because basketball is being so limited that it's supposed to be an expression of yourself. I'm expressing myself through this sport. I'm expressing my job through God through this sport because I can reach kids through basketball.
Mm-hmm.
You got to get their interest in, and then that, and I just want to spread. That's the main thing. I just want to spread this word through this, whether it's going to be financially, mentally helping people, just giving them motivation, anything. Because it doesn't have to be I don't have to have a church to spread the word. I literally can have a ball and my voice because the ball's going to have the intention and I can finally say what I need to say.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Again, I say I don't get speechless very often, Oliver. They can tell you that, but I'm speechless right now. Like I don't even know what to say. I'm touched by that. You know, I'm a Christian as well. And like I said, I worked at a school. I've worked with kids many times. My mom's a pediatric RN. You know, I've seen kids die by the age of 12, you know, that have still affected me to today. But what you're saying is you want to change the world, not only on the court, but off as well. And like I said, I'm speechless. I don't even know what to say to that. So to me, you're an amazing person and in so many freaking ways. And I can't wait to air this episode because I have a feeling what you just said is going to change somebody's life somehow, some way. If not today, then maybe this week, maybe this month, maybe this year. Something's going to change because of what you just said. So thank you so much for that.
appreciate it.
George, go ahead, George.
All right, I have 2 questions. Number one, be honest with me. How many times did you watch that game-winning shot since the Long Beach, since the Long Beach game that you guys won? And then
I'll
2.
give you 10.
Okay, and then 2. Throughout your childhood, like I know you didn't play basketball that long, as you mentioned. Since you started playing basketball, how many basketball movies, or if you know about, have you watching? What messages did you get from it if you did watch those types of basketball documentaries, or it could be action movies as well? So, yeah.
You twisted your question.
I mean, I can't even say how many basketball movies I've watched. The message I would always get is that you can only beat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I've noticed that with Coach Carter. I forgot the last movie I watched was about a coach that was off alcohol abuse, and he started coaching at a school in LA, and then they ended up winning, and then he still has alcohol abuse. And it's like a lot of battles that can be fought, but you know you can beat it if you choose to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I watch basketball movies myself, and Coach Carter was one of my favorite movies to watch. Because it's about like I don't know, it just touched me in a way. And then I also watch Glory Road too. That's my second favorite basketball movie. I actually just watched it a couple of months ago, and I don't know, man. That was just a great movie, an overall great movie. Like having like a white coach these black kids to get them scholarships and give them a bright future.
Wow.
And just doing solely off of the content of their character.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Because it's not about wins and losses. It's about like how kids could grow like in their near futures.
Absolutely. And that's what he's been
With
saying the whole show. Yep.
With the Coach Carter one, actually it touched me in a way because I've actually seen Richmond. I've been up to the Bay and seen how that is, and I can tell that it's basically just like these kids are trying to get out, and that's how it reminds me of the JUCO grind. You're just trying to get out, and that's why they will focus so much on the basketball. But then you gotta understand there's more to life than just the ball.
Exactly.
You gotta have a plan B.
Wow.
Exactly.
Absolutely. We're getting really deep. This is one of the deepest episodes we've had probably. Oh God. We had one that was a little more emotional than this, but just barely. But we're super deep. But I got to ask this question. I ask it to everybody when we talk the basketball movies. Are you excited for Space Jam 2? And are you going to watch it?
Out of respect for Bron, yeah.
Okay.
Am I excited? Actually, it could be good. I don't know.
Yeah.
It could be good.
Okay.
It has potential.
He's optimistic. I like it.
We'll see. I'll be optimistic about it. I love the first one. Everyone loves the first Space Jam.
But that's the
Michael
problem.
Jordan.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's just the Jordan Space Jam. I mean,
that whole crew.
I would have put Kobe in a Space Jam too.
Okay.
That's what we were saying.
That's what we're all.
That's what we were saying.
Yeah.
I would have done this in like probably 2011 after that last championship, but then you can't get Kobe to do a movie. You couldn't get Kobe to do a movie.
Yeah.
Apparently they couldn't get Kobe to do a movie.
Yeah. Okay.
He was saving that story for Dear Basketball so that he could win his.
That's right. That's right.
Yep.
Oscar.
Yep.
That's right.
Doc knows.
Yeah, she does. All right, Coach, what you got?
No, it's great to hear what Oliver do with basketball, and the fact that he said about he doesn't have to have the church to share the gospel and spread his love. And that's one of my pet peeves with churches is that they stick to what's in their building. And each one of us, we're the church. We're called the church. In the Bible, it calls us. We are the church wherever we go. So we represent Jesus Christ wherever we go. So we can spread, and the fact that you're a professional basketball player, the basketball is the vessel. for a bigger purpose
Mhm.
in anything. Whereas you're a player, coach, doing ministry, whatever, you know, the basketball or whatever that, you know, with Ricky, what he does on the radio, that's your vessel too. You know, George with your YouTube and all your videos, Doc with her business and everything. These are all vessels to share a bigger purpose and to spread his love. And, you know, we just got to use what God's given us because he's given us everything we need.
Mhm.
We just need to share that. And we could change the world one person at a time.
Absolutely. When you hear that, Oliver, what goes through your mind?
I mean, I'll give him 100%. He's right, because a church doesn't start off as a building anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
You still have to build it.
Absolutely.
You still have to put a foundation in. And at the end of the day, when a church will get burned down or shut down, in this case,
Mhm.
which still makes no sense to me, then you still have the tools to go do what you have to do. You just don't have the building. You can still go into any other building and do the exact same
Mhm.
job as you were to do in your building.
Mhm. It's true. I love the approach you have. All right, Doc, take us home.
Well, I definitely want to say that very happy to get to know you better today, Oliver. And there's so much depth to you that I'm very impressed about. And you seem a little wise beyond your years. So definitely props to your parents for raising you well. And I just wanted to see if you had like a much older brother or an uncle or no, just kidding.
He just got
I wanted
married,
to-
sorry.
I'm always just a couple months too late. What the heck?
gotta step your game up.
No, what I wanted to ask you was, what is it that you're working on currently, whether it's basketball or you just personally, like what is like your current focus?
One is basketball. Two is grad school. I'm just doing my research, trying to get back into that, because there's nothing wrong with adding a master's to your resume.
Oh.
And then also just, that's the main thing, is just making sure I'm healthy, my family's healthy. I'm staying ready whenever the opportunity starts, and just making sure my backup plan is still going.
Wow.
I still have other stuff I'm trying to get together. It's just in the brainstorming stage right now.
Crazy.
It's kind of fun. It's just get to be creative with it.
That's cool.
Awesome. And then what, I guess, going off of basketball, like what's going to be your goal going into our tournament this Sunday, tomorrow?
I need another trophy. Thank you.
Take the shoes. Get the shoes from Drew.
Like once you win one trophy, you're
It's the
hungry for
shoes.
another one.
Yeah.
I want another one.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's what Anthony Davis said, I believe, yesterday. Like he wants another trophy.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man.
Make that grind.
Yeah,
y'all
you guys
got it.
are set. I'm sorry. I respect
love the
the Lakers.
confidence.
I'm not a
I love
Laker
it.
fan, but I'm not ever like I
love
respect you guys. I respect it so much.
it. I love
I actually was happy when they won, because we needed this as a
Especially
city, as a
this
state.
year.
We needed this.
Yeah.
As the city of LA, yeah.
Yeah, but we'll
For
get into
sure
that
needed
another
this.
time. Coach, real quick before we get off, you said they're going to be live streaming the event tomorrow. Is there any possible place our viewers can go to see the event?
Yeah, right now it's going to be, as far as I know, it's going to be on the Venice, the VBL YouTube page.
Okay.
But as soon as I get info, I'll send it to Ricky,
Okay.
and Ricky can post it on the Instagram. But the show will probably be covering it. I know Slam Magazine is going to be out there, so it could be on a couple different forums. But it'll definitely be streamed one way or another.
Okay. Yeah, because we can't miss that. We got to see that repeat for the chip. I don't want to skip over this. I know we're over on time, but I apologize for not asking about this. You just said you're going for your master's. What degree do you have?
I currently have a business finance degree,
Nice.
bachelor's.
Nice. Okay. Cool.
So I'm actually looking to going into either sports management, sports business as a whole,
Nice. Okay.
or yeah,
That'd be good
just
to
gotta
have.
fine tune some things.
Yeah, it'd be good to have a manager / boss that has your mentality, because we need more of those.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. To have more business people that have your moral compass and level of
Mhm.
compassion, like that's everything.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've noticed there's not a lot of common sense and there's not a lot of morals like
Yeah.
together. There's
Yeah.
not many people
In
that
your
have
in your
both.
industry.
Mhm. So you're gonna make the world a better place, Oliver. Like in whatever which way. Even right now, you're just in this show alone. Like I said, when we get this out to all our different social media platforms and to YouTube, you're going to affect somebody. I can guarantee you that. And
Mhm.
going into your business, keep grinding, bro. You got this. You're gonna make a big difference to somebody in some way. I 1000% can see it and guarantee it. So I want to say thank you to you again for taking your time to just let us get to know you a little better. And I'm so glad you did. You're one of the coolest dudes we've ever met. And I'm not saying that as a host. I'm saying that as a friend, as a person. You're one of the coolest people we've ever met, man. So thank you so much. Much love.
Appreciate it.
Shout out to my African brother.
Right, another connection. We always have connection. It's freaking crazy. In a nutshell, we freaking love you, dude. All right, so kick butt tomorrow. Stay safe. Let's repeat. Have a great one. On behalf of myself, Dubl R, Ricky Rodriguez, we got the coach, we got the doc, we got my dude George, and of course, we got the one, the only, the game-winning shot himself, Oliver Amajoyi. So thank you so much for joining us. And before we cut off, next week, we are going to try something a little different for you ladies out there. We're going to try to start a series with female hoopers. So, not exactly who we're getting, but we're going to make that happen for a couple weeks, and it's going to be awesome. So, shout out to the ladies. We're going to give y'all some love, and you're going to show us what, the girl, what'd you say, George?
Women empowerment.
Women empowerment. That's
women empowerment.
So yeah, I'm gonna be reaching out to Deja and Bi and a bunch of people probably this week. We're gonna make something happen, and it's gonna be freaking awesome. So there's
I could reach out with one person too.
we got people. So there's your preview.
I got people myself
guys.
too.
That's right. We're gonna make this happen for you, and it's gonna be really cool to get that standpoint. So again, one last time, Dubl R, Ricky Rodriguez, my dude George, the coach, the doc, the dude Big O, Oliver. Have an amazing day. Stay safe. Wear a mask. You guys are awesome. Be safe. We're out of here.